Hey folks, it's Lucid and welcome back to our game with Late Age Man. This is the tournament where I'm on a mission to get myself eliminated so I can cast the finals. Just kidding, we're gonna try to win. I feel like we got our souls just crushed in the last tournament, round one. So, and there's some really good players in this game too. So, probably gonna get stomped. And I've never played Late Age Man before. I really, I told myself, Lucid, I don't really call myself Lucid when I'm thinking to myself, but I was like, hey dude, in the tournament, let's try playing a nation you've played before. All my late age nations, which I've played before, or even played something really similar to, I think were taken. So we are left to experiment with man. These are our mercs going out, and if you recall the end of last episode, we were trying to double expand. Last episode, we talked about all the nations in the game, how we matched up against them, etc., etc. And I was going to try this solo expand with these mercs. Now, unfortunately, these guys are chasing. I had them on attack closest, so they shouldn't. I think for whatever reason, they're chasing these guys, which is not good because I'm going to lose a bunch here. But we're about to snipe their commanders, so it's a silver lining of sorts. They're literally chasing these guys. They're supposed to de-target, like de-aggro once a squad routes. There's something weirdly wrong about this. I actually should ask people if they know what's going on. They're just like, look at these guys. They're like possessed. And now they finally round. Now one at least. Jesus Christ. Lost 11 guys. I did not need to lose that many. This is kind of, so for heavy cap, expansion that I have found with these guys that kind of works is you put the wardens up front, they're on hold and attack. The first turn, they're going to fire off a volley like you see here. These guys, versus most things, I'm going to put them on like hold and attack a little farther back, but versus the cav, I want them to eat the lance charge. And they're on hold and attack cavalry, I believe. Now I'm bringing in here, oops. Oh my god, these guys get absolute. I've never seen people get so demolished so hard in a lance charge. I mean, holy shit. They got absolutely whomped. And of course they rout. That was about as hard of a lance charge as I've seen from heavy cav. I mean, Jesus. And of course my Fireflies guy hits nobody except my own dude. Fortunately they rout though. Unfortunately, these guys are running in right to where I have my Prophet on the front and my super duper lucky Fire Death Mage on the front. And of course these guys are missing at point blank range. Thanks, guys. And these guys who have 16 attack and 32 damage aren't hitting anything. Okay. We lost the archer in this square. This guy got hit but did not die. He lost an arm though. Mages don't need arms. And we finally get a run. That was way closer than I wanted. So we double expanded, which is good, but we took way more losses than I wanted. A lot of times you can get like a couple, maybe 2 or 3 fights out of these spearmen in my test games. And so this is really not great. But on the flip side, I have this, which is good because it's going to free up way more resources in my cap than I would normally have. I'm already able to max out Sacred Production. And I should have brought this guy back in too. I should have had him do this, but I forgot. Anyway, these guys are coming in. We're basically going to combine. We're going to have 6 wardens with some archers. My archers were positioned up here. I've moved them directly behind the wardens now. And yeah, we're starting to get some defenders, which defenders are the shit. We're going to go here and attack the woodsman vineman. I think if you don't see the dark vines, you're usually okay. We've seen it for a couple turns now. There's no dark vines. So this probably is okay. Woodsman and vinemen suck. So we'll just send these guys over here and see what we can do. And then over here, we're going to attack. And I think I'm bidding on some mercs. I'm bidding on these shipwreckers. And I'm bidding for them right here. Because potentially we're going to come in and attack this. If it's only 50. This is my first turn seeing it, so I don't know how many there actually are. And this, like 50 light infantry, heavy infantry, and crossbowmen would murder these guys. So we're not going to send them there. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. Let's go ahead and... what was the message from Joman? May we all collectively look upon the likes of man and Archaecephaly, the thoroughly unimpressive names of their prophets, and pronounce shame, shame, shame. Yeah. We did. Cuthred was not a custom name, so we fail in that. Anyway, on with next turn. Turn 4. Turn 4. Turn 4, we got a few battles. Here we're going to attack the Vineman. And our guys are kind of getting knocked out, actually. Let me zoom in here. So some of these guys, yeah, are pretty high fatigue. This guy's 121. This guy's 200. Look at that. It's actually the blow darts doing their thing. But nevertheless, success. And then coming over here... These wardens just going absolutely ham. Unfortunately, they do kind of get the shit beat out of them. You kind of need them. The thing is with killie units, that's why expanding with killie units is a bit tricky. With killie units, the whole way they expand well is you kill everything before they kill you. With tanky units, you can kind of get to a point where they can't really hurt you. But killie units on the clock, tanky units you don't even necessarily care. We lost 4 more wardens here, so not great. The problem we have now is there's not really... Like, this is really hard. Like, we're surrounded by hard enemies now. We've got barbs, which we can't expand into. We've got a throne, which God knows what's there. We've got 70 heavy infantry and crossbow. This says 90. The turn before it said 50, so it's probably between there, like 60 or 70. But this is heavy infantry and crossbow. This is easy, but, you know, it's a farmland. And maybe Utgard's going there or something. We've got some heavy cav over here, which is not going to be easy. We've got a boatload of crossbowmen. And we've got some easy provinces down here, which I should expand to. The thing is, though, is that I really need these 3 provinces. Like, these provinces are worth more than, like, all these. These are, like, this is a farmland mountain, so those cancel out. This is a farmland, but in test games, it never had much. I went and saw just how much population these normally have. This didn't have much. This would be kind of worth a lot. It's probably like 9,000 population, because it's a large province, but it's also a mountain. Doesn't have a ton of income. These are the breadbasket right here, these 4. So we have to get these. It's like absolutely critically important. Now this merc is about done. He's got 1 turn left. And I was thinking, if we had no losses or something, and if this was only 50, we would have tried smashing into this. But this is 90, and there's no way we're going there. So, because I don't know if it could be 90, but it probably could be 80. Just based on the fact that it was 50 last turn. So, we would die if we sent them all there. We don't want to do that. So, these guys have like a 50-50 chance, or maybe not. Maybe like a 30% chance of clearing this. It's possible. Having all your guys in like a tight formation, they're also afflicted, which is not great. But having them in a tight formation, if they come to you in kind of bits and pieces, you can maybe take them. Anyway, we're sending them in here to suicide. I'm not rebidding them. We've got the shipwreckers. We're going to move them into position here. And from here, we can either attack this next turn, because I'm going to also bring in this warden with... what's this guy? Lord Warden with some wardens as part of his retinue with some defenders. They're going to come here, and then we're going to hit this. And then, yeah, these guys are going to kind of chill out. I think they are not chill out. They're going to go back to the capital and, well, chill there. But get another goon squad. And then with the goon squad, I'm not really sure where we're going to go. I think we probably have to try to take this. We'll see how many is there next turn. But, you know, with the Prophet, with a bunch of these idiots, we can probably have people tank the crossbow bolts while we have the archers shoot the crossbows, and then the wardens killing everything pretty quickly so the battle doesn't take forever. We have a decent chance of killing this. That said, this is a scary bunch of motherfuckers. So, we will see Let's go ahead and go to the next turn, which is turn 5. Turn 5. Late Age Man. Message from Joman. Hello, this is your eastern neighbor, Joman. If you did not realize already, due to that pond, I have no real intention of fighting you early on. In fact, I'm a bit worried since we're both going to be bordering Mictlan, it looks like. And I'm afraid they may go for some sort of rush. Neither of our nations, I think, have the reputation for a strong early game power. As the game goes on, which I don't necessarily agree with, I think Man has some of the best troops, depending who you're fighting, but Man has really good troops. As the game goes on, we'll be able to help each other trade-wise. Just looking for paths we both have. At the paths we both have, I think we'll be able to supplement each other a bit, which wouldn't hurt, because when surrounded by giants and blood notions, let me know what you think. And then regards, definitely not an earth snake pretender. God darn it. If you took an earth snake, ooh, it's throwing salt on a fresh wound. Not really fresh, it's a year old now, but about this time last year I was getting rushed by an earth snake. Did not feel good. Anyway, I have a bless now where I can murder earth snakes. So Utgard apparently running in here. Let's take a look at their bless. Let's see if they're regenning some. Junk in my way. Magic weapons regen. Classic. This is probably an awake Immersil with Astral, was my guess. So probably high Dominion. He's probably getting a lot of these a turn. And the thing is, like, once they go Berserk, they have a little better protection. But it's not great or anything. And they hit really hard. 16, like, once they get angry, it's 16 attack, 40 damage. And there's no real way, like, they have magic weapons. You can't cheese them. But, you know, like, they don't have great protection. It's only 14. So, like, crossbows kind of tear these guys apart still. In fact, versus normal bows, which are like 9 damage, their 14 is going to get reduced to... it's -3 down to 11. Okay, so it'll still be chip damage with a short bow. Crossbows, though, will tear them apart. I really need to mass crossbows for him to deal with. I mean, come on, mass crossbows. What do you think I'm going to do this man? So he hit the Indies. He actually took some losses. He lost almost all his Huskarls. He lost some Javelinists. He still has 4 Javelinists left, and he lost the Gamherding. And then we bump him with our Mercs. And you're kind of on the clock when you're fighting Utgard. And yeah, we only managed to kill 1. I can't remember if his prophet was here. Yeah, it is. So... Utgard sends me a very friendly message this turn in Discord, and he's like, hey, da-da-da-da-da, do you want to have a nap? Very friendly and charming and in character. It was kind of cool. I dug it. And I was like, well, I'll do a nap if you give me these 2 as part of our deal. Because I'm not very excited. I don't even really care about this one. If he just gave me this one, I would agree to it, but, you know, I'm not going to open with my... my lowest, or my, the cheapest I'll go. He said, I'm okay with you having this one, but I want this one. Or this one we can contend or something, which in regen Gamherding speak means it's his. So if we're going to end up contesting this one... so anyway, I didn't agree to a nap with him. If we're going to end up contesting this one, I want to go ahead and get it out of the way then. So anyway, I just decided to attack him. Which normally, Man is not a nation that rushes Utgard. But I got these marks. They will tear apart some Gamherdings. He's probably going to want to build a fort here. I doubt he's building it this turn, but he's probably going to build a commander or something and then start it next turn. Anyway, we'll go ahead and pop it. We've got a force coming out here to expand. Hold an attack closest, fire closest. Here's the spacing. Ideally, we want the crossbowmen to fire at these guys. These guys are going to run in. How it's going to play out is the enemy's going to come about right here, and these guys are going to run and meet them right here, and then they're going to be just right in front of my little crossbow bank, shooting at them. And then my archers are hopefully going to hit their archers, and that's how that will go. Now, this is a risky move. This is a risky move for a few reasons. One is he could PD dump and kill me, but I haven't said I'll attack. I just didn't agree to the nap, and he didn't agree to my terms. But a lot of times how this goes in Dominions is when you don't agree, a lot of times they're just like, okay, we'll just roll over Indies. And the problem is I would do that. Like I would just attack this, be like, okay, well, I'll attack this instead. I'm not actually sure this group would take it. I think we would, but I think, like especially if this is 80, not 60, I would kind of just rather attack him. It'd be easier. And I have no idea. I have no scouts over here. My only scout is over here trying to figure out what Miklin's Bless is. So, because of all that, it's easier to just attack here. Because it's highly unlikely, his capital's right here, it's highly unlikely he's reinforcing this way. Right? More likely he's like reinforcing this way. So anyway, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. If he PD dumps here and defends with these guys, we're going to get fucked. I mean, we're going to lose our mercs and we're going to lose these guys. It's not like the end of the world, but it's not great. We'll have to probably bow to our Utgard overlords at that point and beg for forgiveness. But it's not like I haven't done that before. Please don't kill me. Anyway. We'll see. We've got lots of things in store. We're moving this guy around. These judges, I know I mentioned it before. When you don't get a random on your first ones, you just have them run around and patrol. I swear it gives you like plus 20 income. It's a major deal at the beginning of the game. I actually really like judges for that. Like really like them. So that's what we're doing. We site searched here, did not find anything. Welcome to late age. And then with that, we're going to go ahead and go to turn 6. Actually, I think we'll save turn 6 for another episode. So tune back in next time, and we will see how this bump with Utgard goes. Peace.